Thank you. Let's see. Experience.
Big D, Dallas, Texas, home of Week 8 of the AVP League in 2025. We're ready for a conclusion of the regular season, and what better place to finish large than in the great state of Texas for the second time in a row as we arrive inside the Comerica Center. First up, the Dallas Dream taking on the Brooklyn Blaze. Welcome in, everybody. Kevin Barnett once again joined by Olympic gold medalist Rich Lamborn. Rich, a couple of teams here that have had a long break in the schedule, 4 weeks off or 4 events off. How do you deal with that?
Well, luckily they're both in that same position, right? So it's not like one team has an advantage. You really got to work hard because you train, obviously, throughout that interim, but you do like to get into a little bit of a rhythm over the season. We'll see how they come off of it here.
So much at stake in this final week of play for Denneberg and Donlin of Brooklyn. They are looking to secure one of those top 2 spots and a bye. They know they're in the playoffs. They're just looking to make their road easier to the championship. For DeBerg and Harward, well, they have to pick up at least 1 of 2 to get themselves into that number 6 spot. On points, they would actually beat Newberry and Durango. So an enormous weekend for Dallas as they try and put themselves for the second consecutive year into the playoffs as the final team. For the Brooklyn Blaze, what a season it has been. They come in with a record of 5-1. They have really surprised a lot of people and won a ton of close matches.
Yeah, this is an extremely physical duo, a new partnership, but as you said, they've impressed and they've positioned themselves quite well here going into this weekend.
Julia Donlin on the left, formerly Scholes. Lexi Denneberg on the right of your screen. This partnership has been characterized by aggressive play throughout as Lexi Denneberg will take the sand first, a speedy defender with size who will transition and can be lethal in those scoring opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned it, formerly Julia Scholes, but she's kind of come into her own this year, I feel like. Maybe it was the Donlin name change that really brought it all together for her. She is incredibly physically impactful.
Yeah, big swings, big serves, an exciting brand of volleyball ready to go against the Dallas Dream, who have had their moments this season, actually played quite well in their last outing. They lost 2-1 to the Austin Aces, and they got their first win of the year against New York.
Yeah, this is a team with a lot of potential. We saw them last year in the league, but they just haven't been able to get over that final hump, it seems like. They still have a chance to make the weekend, the championships, I should say, in Chicago, but they're going to need to put together a good couple matches here in Dallas.
Yeah, it was the 3rd week of June the last time we saw Kylie DeBerg, so it's been quite the layoff here for the 6'4" Iowa native. Player capable of asserting herself at the net, and behind her, Haley Harward is an absolutely defensive wizard. The question is, can she get kills off of those digs? She comes in struggling the offensive side of the game. We'll see how she gets started.
Yeah, it's a two-piece transaction. The dig is piece number one, but you got to do something with it in order to turn it into points.
Yeah, a dynamic defender who will definitely get some scoops. So left-hand side of your screen, Brooklyn. Right side, Dallas, as Harward will get things underway. Serving Donlin first, and it's on two immediately from Lexi Denneberg.
Yeah, there's a look at the physicality right out of the gate. That serve a little bit of free ice cream, as our associate Casey Patterson would call it.
And interesting to choose that when you're actually facing the blocker stationary at the net, not coming off the blocker's serve. Big jump serve, Donlin. That's been a trademark this year.
Yeah, she's going to continue to hammer that. Watching the warm-ups a little bit, she was finding a pretty nice rhythm. Starts with a mistake, but look for that to be a big weapon for Brooklyn.
Just wide there, too. Serving has been a real question for the Dallas Dream. A year ago, Haley Harward was a weapon from the service line. This year, she's averaging less than half of the aces she did last year. Push to the outside for Harward, who cuts it cleanly for the kill off the defender.
That's going to be key for Harward, I think, offensively, is to stay aggressive. Donlin and Denneberg are big out there. She can't be tentative in any way and hope to be successful.
That one top down the middle. High ball. A lot of options presented there, and taken by Julia Donlin.
That's a nice smooth line shot, not too loopy. It's hard to traverse the 6'4" block in front of you, but Donlin able to do that quite well.
Donlin comes in hitting .441 on the year. That's among the league leaders, 10 aces. And for the second time, she puts it in the cable.
Unfortunately for her, carbon copies.
So we'll see who sticks with the jump serve long here. Both of them have missed here. DeBerg will go right back to it and top it in down the middle. Donlin move to the right side and chip off of the block.
A nice little adjustment. That pass made her kind of go around to the right side. Set didn't get all the way as wide as maybe she would have liked it, but she did a nice job just chipping it off the block.
That'll send Lexi Denneberg back, just 23 years old. Sky's the limit for the Merritt Island, Florida native. And she'll go short. And cannot dig that one. The split blocking has been the strategy for Brooklyn. And I have a real question about that, whether that should continue or not, or do you at some point make a choice?
Clearly you lean towards the latter.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear who's better defensively, who's better at the net. They're both good offensively, there's no question about that. Denneberg, right side. That'll be wide, and Harward was right there, lets it go.
And Harward is energized back there. Sprinted her way through that, watching it fall wide.
That'll be 5-4 Dallas, so I have a scoring issue. We'll get straightened out here. Looking for the tie. There is Harward right there. Can she convert it? Yes, she can. 6-4.
Whooping up the crowd a little bit after that deep knuckle pokey as well. And she's doing a nice job with her serve to kind of generate those opportunities. It's not the hardest of jump serves, but she's placing it well right down the middle and sort of forcing some different routes out of the Brooklyn Blaze offensively.
See if she sticks with that strategy. One of her nicer transition kills to score. 2-point advantage. Oh, nothing to get the back flipper there. You can rewind that one, play it again, and maybe take it to your local game if you too can execute the back flipper.
Yeah, that is a good shot and a good bit of improv there to save an otherwise tight pass.
Short middle, DeBerg will have a lot of open net to work with.
And you called it, Kev. Donlin going with the float serve there, going away from the jump serve after a couple of early mistakes.
I think I'd have gone 3 maybe. 2 doesn't seem like quite enough, but 3 is the magic number there for Dallas as they go up 8-5 on the ace by DeBerg. Gives us a chance to join Victoria Dennis, third member of our crew this weekend. Welcome, Victoria.
Thanks, Kev. Dallas has to play some serious, scrappy defense, and that's exactly what they're doing in their home arena. Kylie doing a great job of taking away space, specifically at the net, putting her hands in the right spot at the right time. They have to continue that momentum in transition.
All right, thanks, Victoria. She'll be roaming the sand all weekend for us here. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast here on YouTube for the moment. As another ace is found by DeBerg with shades of last year right now for Kylie.
Yeah, and they're not hitting it the hardest right now, the Dallas Dream, but they are finding perfect spots to put those serves.
And that will cause a timeout. Now 9-5, really stretching it out here in set number 1. Are the Dream on home sand. I've wondered about that serve, Rich. Last year, it was something that was a feature of this team. Kylie DeBerg had 0.6 aces per set last year. Her output this year is just 0.36. 5 aces coming in. I mean, we're almost to half of that total, and we're just halfway through set number 1.
Yeah, they're doing a tremendous job. And again, the placement is what stands out to me. Obviously, Kylie's gotten the 2 clean aces that go untouched.
Yeah, nice clean contact from DeBerg as the Dallas Dream are trying to rise up. Here's a look at our AVP Cup standings. So much on the line for LA in this weekend. If they are perfect, they will become the League Cup champions. If they lose even one match, Palm Beach will celebrate.
Somewhere in the country, the Palm Beach Passion, do they have a team viewing party to, much like the 72 Miami Dolphins, rooting against everybody going perfect?
That's right. I'm going to go with Mel and Brandy probably together. Phil and Trevor probably not. There's a block. Monster block to follow up those service aces. DeBerg on a heater. And her dad here this weekend enjoying it.
Yeah, this is a tremendous start for the Dallas Dream. Every element of the game working thus far.
And they had doubled up right there to 10-5, now 10-6. A lot of work to do for Brooklyn. Their best combination in hand right now. Donlin at the net, Denneberg back. There's the dig. How about the conversion? No, right to awaiting Harward. Haley over the top. Another good dig. Rally of the match. Poked back and down.
Had just everything coming up Dream thus far in set number 1, Kev. Tremendous defense both ways. Look at this get from Harwood with the left. How Kylie DeBerg got it over the net, I'll never know. That's a little tap and poke when you're 6'4" works out nicely.
Our partner will put it right down the middle. Brooklyn on the defensive here. We'll start with a little offense, and the crowd enjoying the heat on that one.
Now we know the Blaze aren't going to shy away from hammering the ball, but you got to get the service reception in order first.
Donlin back to the jumper. That's a good one. Good little reaction that time after the check down. And Harward is off to a nice offensive start.
Yeah, just a little bit of an early move defensively in the backcourt. Pretty easy for Harward to spot.
She's 3 for 5 to open. Keep in mind this is a hitter that's hitting 139 on the season. She's hitting over 600. And another ace for her partner. The points are going easy here for Dallas.
Again, the placement of that serve so good. Kind of short-ish middle. Such a hard ball to track. The middle makes it difficult already, and then the change of depth.
Nobody up. Beautiful side out, but the damage definitely done by the service of DeBerg here in this first set. She could double her ace total in this match on the season.
Already getting close. One set through.
DeBerg will chip there for the winner, and right away, Dallas to a set point.
I think we would call this surprising.
Indeed.
You know what's on the line here for the Brooklyn Blaze, trying to earn themselves a bye.
Yeah, and keep in mind, they need both wins. This is not how you wanted to start. DeBerg, 2 blocks, 3 aces, and her side winning 15-8. Haley Harward with a couple of spectacular digs and delivering offensively. An absolute dream start in Dallas.
AVP style. Here's the deal.
Welcome back to Comerica in Dallas, Texas, where we're enjoying match number 1 of 4 on our Friday evening. Of course, we have 4 matches tomorrow. We'll be on CBS Sports Network tonight, CW tomorrow. Hope you'll spend some time with us this weekend. Let's spend some time with Victoria Dennis right now.
Haley Harward is playing with a little bit more pep in her step, not only because it's the home arena, well, because she's recently engaged to beach athlete Dylan Zaka. So excited for this young couple. When I was able to speak with her prior, she shared that, you know, it's just the beginning. She loves to play with joy on and off the court, and she's really leaning on the strength of her faith and her family to continue on with her career.
Yeah, Rich, you know, things have to be right off the court for things to go right on the court. Often those two things being aligned leads to excellence.
Man, that duo is like an orthodontist's dream. Gorgeous smiles on the kids. Congratulations to them.
One of the fun things about all the young talent that's coming into the sport of beach volleyball right now is watching them blossom on the court in terms of volleyball capability, but also begin to really put their lives together the way that they want and craft them around volleyball, around other people, and really neat to see across a lot of the different folks here. Of course, Julia Donlin just married last year. Seen Drew around league play this year. Last time out in the Hamptons for this crew. And so they got off to kind of a slow start here. What would you change headed into set 2, Coach Lamborn?
Yeah, well, I think they need to stay aggressive. They need to go back to serving tough from the end line. You thought that after the first 2 misses, maybe 3 was the number before you abandoned it. She went back to it and went back to it well, that being Julia Donlin. But I think they need to handle that first contact a little better. So maybe a little more attention to detail when those serves are coming at them from the Dallas Dream, because Dallas could not have been better in that particular skill than they were in the first.
Yeah, Kylie DeBerg awfully crisp from the line with her contact and placement, 15-8 on the strength of those 3 aces, as well as 2 blocks from DeBerg in the first set. Her partner also excelled offensively. Ms. Harward, who will start, and she will begin with a kill. DeBerg was also 4 of 5 offensively.
Yeah, Haley Harward played great in the first set, but it was the Kylie DeBerg show. No doubt about it.
Again, service down the middle. Way off the net. DeBerg, nice little gator dig, and just one.
That is a great attempt. I mean, that was a heck of a swing, though, from Lexi Denneberg, well wide of the court, taking a good, healthy cut at it. And that is the right mentality for Brooklyn, trying to get back into this match.
Yeah, Brooklyn has been a team that is going to be aggressive at all times. As that pokey is good. They have stayed with a 5-1 record, have the Brooklyn Blaze by small margin, 7 deuce sets and 16 total played. They've won 6 of them. So they're going to need to pull out a win here if they're going to stay alive in match number 1. Hold on to the option to have a bye come Chicago. There's a middle sneaking by both players. 2-2.
Such a good swing, but I feel like it's hard to convince yourself to make that swing sometimes. Just straight ahead. It sort of defies logic in your mind a little bit that would be open. That's a great shot.
Now keep trying to work on Harward, and she will keep giving options to Kylie.
Yes, we talked about the serving of the Brooklyn Blaze. Right now, not putting enough pressure, and there's lots of ways to accomplish pressure, right? One of the ways that the Dallas Dream are accomplishing pressure is with the placement of their serves. Brooklyn serving into the body too much of the Dallas Dream, I feel like.
Ooh. And another big stuff block in the zone. Kylie DeBerg is showing that potential that has people so excited about her as a young talent in a USA uniform.
Yeah, I mean, at 6'4", she is imposing, and just watch the setup and then the finish there, kind of going into the cross court right as that ball's being contacted. Perfect beach blocking.
Another good placement there. She'll get a hold of it. Her partner is on top of it. Looking for another dig. Oh, Harward has that one. Gone high before. This time it's sharp. Denneberg, that'll do, to the corner and back line.
Yeah, that is big right there from Denneberg, because Harward, with some great defensive plays, was threatening for the Dallas Dream to kind of stretch this second set open in their favor as well. See if Brooklyn can kind of turn that into some momentum on their end.
They're still looking for their first little spurt of momentum in this match. The jump float action, we've seen it all now from Donlin at the line. A lot of line open, closed down, but not enough.
Again, that serve, though, just directly into the platform of Haley Harward. Her ball control, too good. You got to at least make her move. We saw Brooklyn try and go short once in set number one. It didn't work out. Haley put it up perfectly for the option, but those are the kind of things you have to try and throw in to disrupt the comfort level on the side of the Dallas Dream.
DeBerg will go just long there. A little reprieve for Brooklyn as they still search for the advantage here, the momentum. Cannot get it. That option is almost perfect. Haley Harward, one-time Long Beach State and then USC star, goes jump serve, this time directly to Donlin. Harward with the dig. And a block the other way. First one going for the Blaze.
Yeah, that's a couple big plays within reach. And this time the stuff.
All right, Donlin to the jumper this time. Snuck it over. Right to Harward, who finds the corner again. Harward's shots have been on point.
They have been, yeah. Brooklyn, I think, moving just a little early defensively. Harward able to spot it.
Well, that first set, 15-8 in favor of Dallas. It was an 11-4 run that took control of that from 3-4. That ball thrown back again. Looked like it fell through on the set.
Well, you see, too, when Julia goes to the sand, she's kind of holding up a hand signal to her partner. I think there was maybe a little bit of miscommunication about which set exactly she wanted. You see there, she's holding up a 2 or a 1, yeah.
So 8-5 side switch is identical to set number 1. Is Dallas about to run again? Oh, they were inches away from it.
Yeah, that is a bullet dodged for Brooklyn, because that thing was very, very close to being ace number 4.
Might have been one of those shots that's worth way more than 1 point, demoralizing your opponents. Chip in the block. Haley Harward is having her best match of the year offensively.
Indeed, she is working the outside hand.
Up the middle, over the cable and down. It might be Dallas's night, 10-6.
You spoke the word demoralization into existence, Kevin, and there it was for Dallas.
Four-point lead. Brooklyn's going to be in the championships in Chicago, but they may have to play the full complement of games and matches in order to get to a title shot. The Dallas Dream looking to play their way in. With this victory, in this set, they would put themselves once again into the championship. They went all the way to the final match last year. Oh, another little slide move, crisp contact. Kylie DeBerg.
Yeah, and that was a very decisive choice there from Kylie DeBerg. I mean, she came in, was loading that arm the whole way. Have a look. She wasn't trying to disguise that. That thing was up and ready to fire, and fire it did.
Up the middle, another ace. Put it in the refrigerator. 12-7. Almost an identical little sprint run here. 4-0, the run right now. Donlin, yeah, a little frustration being taken out on the Wilson ball there.
Yeah, at the top of the show, Kev, you mentioned the long layoff both of these teams have. They've come out decidedly different ways from that layoff. Rejuvenated are the Dallas Dream and a little bit out of sorts are the Brooklyn Blaze.
I think it's the first time we've seen the Dream we were expecting this year. You know, a team that was in the title match. Big jump move, but an error from Brooklyn. They are completely discombobulated.
It is strange at times how when things aren't going your way, it seems like everything sort of crumbles.
Teams trading those option sets.
The thing I like about what Dallas is doing is, I mean, obviously all the kind of breaks are going their way, but they're also very proactive in their choices, and they're doing a great job of sustaining pressure on the Blaze. They're not missing a lot of serves. They're forcing Brooklyn to have to play.
And Haley is passing nails for these sets.
Yeah, again, those serves not making her move a lot, and that is just a recipe for perfection in service reception for Haley Harwood.
Match point for Dallas, making quick work of Brooklyn. Ooh, coming up nice and late was DeBerg there, playing with the timing. 14-10, second match ball opportunity for the Dream.
Yeah, late is a good word there. Likely too little, too late for Brooklyn.
Crowd showing the home side some love. A rare serve to DeBerg, who gets stuffed. All right,
go.
A little bit of life from Brooklyn, but they're going to need some sort of elixir here. Almost eternal life if they're going to come back 3 more. Oh, right to Harwood.
All right.
Hits through. There's another one.
As the great philosopher Chester Pennington once said, it starts with one, Kevin.
R.I.P. 14-12. Fourth opportunity to close. Dallas a little bit off balance for the first time. Donlin got another.
How
Gotta
about
call
this?
A timeout, don't you?
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't get called at 14-12, quite frankly. But there was a nice look at a serve that made Harwood move a little bit. Got a little bit of a shakier pass, and that set up the scoring opportunity on which Brooklyn was able to capitalize.
So Brooklyn may have found their footing here in the very last moments of set number 2. And keep in mind their record, they are 6 of 7 in deuce sets this year.
Yeah, this would be one heck of a comeback.
Women's standings, there we go. Denneberg and Donlin trying to win both this weekend to secure that number 2 spot, that number 2 seed where they would get a bye in Chicago. Play one less match, looking for the title here at 25. And DeBerg and Harwood, well, they need just one, doesn't matter which one. What they really want is the next 1 point and secure themselves a spot via points, because they would have identical at least 2-6 records if they were to lose their next match tomorrow, to tie with Newberry and Urango, and the smash would be eliminated on set points. So here we go, 5th opportunity for Dallas to close in what looked like a sure thing at 13-8.
Yeah, it certainly did, and we talked about demoralizing things happening, and this would certainly qualify if Brooklyn's able to complete this comeback.
Serve has to be in first. Denneberg, right down the middle, nice and easy.
Yeah.
The option finishes what the option carried.
Yeah, that was the perfect choice there. one would assume that that's what was talked about during the timeout. If this ball comes in to me easy, Haley Harward said she's going to pass it up there and let Kylie do the rest. DeBerg was fantastic start to finish, as was Harward for the Dallas Stream.
Yeah, definitely match of the year for Dallas as they were facing possible elimination from the playoffs if they were to drop both matches. And they come up big on their home sand with easily their best 2025 effort, 15-8, 15-13, everything going their way until just the last few points. Let's go down to Victoria Dennis with the winners.
Congratulations on solidifying a win in your home arena. We talked about disciplined defense before this match. How did you lean on that to solidify this victory?
Yeah, I thought we were just very solid. Like, I trusted me and I trusted her back there just to dig everything, and she touched like literally every single ball. So we trusted it.
Kylie, you had 10 kills, 4 aces, 4 blocks. Transition setting was also a thing for you. Let's talk about your partner here, Haley. How does a big block in front of you affect your defense?
What she said, it just helped me stay patient back there, and she was really solid, making good calls. So yeah, it helps me a lot.
You have to walk away with 2 wins this weekend to punch your ticket into Chicago. What's next in solidifying this next victory tomorrow night?
Just have fun.
Anything else?
It's pretty much that simple. I mean, if you could feel it, we were very loose, we were very together. We have family here. That's huge for both of us. So yeah, just have fun.
Good luck, ladies.
Thank you.
Have fun, feel the flow, and maybe do the bull dance down here in Dallas, huh?
It goes up and down and around.
The women's standings updated there. Denneberg and Donlin now at 5-2. They could win the next one, but Humana, Paredes, and Wilkerson with the advantage on set points. And DeBerg and Harward have gotten into that number 6 spot. So they have taken home one of those positions. For Cheng and Shaw, they're going to need to win one if they're going to stay in and be a part of the playoffs, the championships occurring in Chicago over a Labor Day weekend. So the first match is in the books. It was a lot of Dallas, 15-8. Easily in the first. 3 aces, 2 blocks, 4 kills on 5 attempts for Kylie DeBerg. Her partner was digging lips behind, scooping and scoring. 15-13 in the second, and that was the difference. 2-0. Dallas.
Give it up for Kylie and Haley, and let us know if you would like to mini ball. Anybody? Yeah. The pressure's on. The pressure's in the